845. Yo, hit 'em.
And now, back to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
A couple of texts came through asking, what time is the next secret sound? Well, guess what? You would know that if you texted the word secret to 37530.
I can't tell you.
Or I will whisper it to you. Go check the website. It's on there. And the money is up to $208. It is a sound that was not guessed for the first time out during our show. So you'll see when the next time is. It's all brought to you by Shell Federal Credit Union. Also, I said adulting is for real if adulting things make you happy. Like, landscaping and air conditioners.
Ooh, yeah, weeding.
Air Innovations Heating and Cooling is celebrating 20 years in business, so they're giving away an HVAC tune-up. Sweet. If you're caller 10 at 833-390-KRBE, you get an HVAC tune-up courtesy of them. You can go to airinnovationsllc.com to learn more, and caller 10, enjoy your HVAC tune-up.
Oh, you notice a
that
difference.
That is so adult.
I can tell you that.
I watched for 4 minutes yesterday, or 3 minutes, a video of a guy just taking a weed whacker to places that were overgrown with shrubs and stuff. And
it was like one of those satisfying videos?
They're very satisfying.
Just watch them
clean up the jungle.
Yeah,
that's funny.
That's one thing I miss about the farm is mowing.
Really? You missed that?
I didn't like it when I was a kid.
You said 4 hours of your day was dead.
But then when I think about it, now as I'm older, it's more relaxing.
You can zone out, put your
have a
headphones
beer,
in.
just
But you're on a riding lawnmower, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
think about
so
it.
that's different. We had a push mower growing up.
Wait, isn't it?
My land was like I said, it took me 4 hours.
Acres and acres.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Isn't it
56
Forrest Gump, Eric, where Forrest Gump's just so happy sitting on that ride-along mower?
It's something that you do, and you see right away what you've done. You've cut.
Look what
The
I
results.
have done. I
It's
have
so pretty.
The
landscaped.
results.
Smells good.
That's funny. The smell of fresh-cut grass.
It does smell good.
I hated the smell of the heat, humidity, and Houston hell, having to hold the leaf bag open on cleanup day on Saturdays for all the leaves. My dad would call me out there and be like, come over here and hold this bag open. I was like, ugh. Or the sound of the rake against the concrete trying to scoop all the leaves into the pan to get it into the trash bag. These are sounds my children will never know.
You would have hated my childhood.
We have somebody do our grass. We don't even own a lawnmower.
We had a clothesline in the backyard, and Mom would hang up all the clothes. And they'd smell. They'd smell
like
so
recess.
fresh and.
No,
but everything's stiff.
I loved it.
Everything smells like recess.
Like my towel would be stiff. It smells
I like a
surfboard.
crunchy. I don't like the super soft
You
towel.
like a crunchy towel.
Yeah, I don't want because they get the water off you when you get out of the shower better. When they're too soft,
towel.
when they're too soft and fluffy, they don't do a good job.
Well, you could live in your childhood forever, especially when it comes to the menu choices you make as an adult. There's a story about a woman who wanted to share her frustration and her decision to break up with her boyfriend due to his extremely juvenile and picky eating habits. She said his diet was limited to chicken fingers, grilled cheese, mac and cheese, and pad thai. Well, that's the game changer. No 12-year-old really expects pad thai.
I like me some pad thai.
But she had never seen him eat a vegetable ever. And she was concerned about how his dietary restrictions negatively would impact their lifestyle, especially when planning meals to go out to eat. She said his limited palate would overshadow any upcoming vacation, leading her to end the relationship before. The story sparked a discussion about the challenges of dating somebody with extreme eating preferences and the importance of compatibility in lifestyle habits.
When I watch...
Yeah, you just don't love him enough. If you're going to break up over his diet, then that's not a passionate love.
No, that's because you don't like food.
Yeah,
a lot of people know.
But I mean, if you love somebody with all your heart, you're going to see past some of their
But you don't like food.
problems.
A lot of us are foodies where we like to go and talk and eat and
have the experience, the cocktails, the drinks, the
to
food.
survive, you're like, why am I here?
Oh, I have my mother-in-law has a gastro condition where she is very, very, very limited as to what she can eat and digest. So we really have to make sure that we communicate with the waiter or go to a place that's specific for her. So it's not always preference. It's like, dang it, my gut won't take this.
Right, but Kev, if you were in a new relationship with someone and you've got those crazy awesome butterflies and hearts in your eyes, and it's fine, he wanted chicken tenders. Yes. It's fine, he wanted mac and cheese.
Yes.
Oh, chicken tenders again.
Yes.
By month 6, you're like, hey, man, is there anything else you want to try? We're going to go to this fancy steak restaurant. They don't have chicken tenders. Oh, we can't eat there then.
Roula,
There's nothing
this
for me.
happens to me. I'm coming up on
Ahmad,
5
stop.
years with my boyfriend.
No.
And he will try new things. We go to Chinatown. We'll try crazy things.
Hey, you guys
but
seem to go out and do stuff.
what he does that kills me is that we'll go to a wing joint and he'll order a burger. We'll go to a seafood place and he'll order chicken tenders. I'm like,
does that bother you?
Yes, because if we go to a wing place and I get like eat wings, so I could try your flavors, you could try my flavor.
Yes, and don't be a double order. If I'm gonna get hot and spicy, you get garlic parmesan.
Exactly. Roula.
Do not order the same dish.
You get it.
That is such a waste of space, right?
It's a waste of time.
So y'all are making it about yourselves then?
Well, yes, yeah, and I'm not ashamed.
We want to try all the things. We want to try
about
things.
that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Roula's out with her husband because they want to get a client, and they go to dinner with this guy, and all of a sudden, she orders chicken tenders. This guy's gonna be like, "What the?
Who is this?
What's wrong with your wife?"
They'd be like, and the server will say, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's only on our children's menu." Yeah, I know it is, but can I just have some? That's just all I eat. There was a girl that made the news. I want to say
Unless you had stomach problems, and then
right. Unless you have a dietary restriction where you have to have that. But what diet is telling you only fried chicken tenders?
That's
None.
not on my mother-in-law's diet. No, no,
grilled chicken, if anything.
Yes, exactly. Plain.
There was a
real plain
story. And y'all remind me if this was pre-COVID or post-COVID, because that's how we live now, of the girl that went national news because all she ever ate was chicken tenders, and she had basically acquired this medical breakdown of her body.
Oh, no.
She was in the hospital because she would not eat anything. She'd never eaten anything else but chicken tenders and French fries. And when her mother took her to the hospital, her defense was, well, every time I made her something, she just wouldn't eat it. So I just let her eat chicken tenders and French fries.
No.
And the hospital was like, well, now she has XYZ, all these problems. She had like some massive condition because all she ever ate was chicken tenders and fries.
I watch these shows like Triple D.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
With that guys, and they're eating these foods, and I'm like, oh, some of that looks good, but I don't want that on it and that on it. But then I'm thinking, I'm probably missing out.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way.
You know,
Eric.
like so many things out there and just
serve it
try
to you
it.
the way it is.
But in my mind, I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat that. But
think of the Shakira song, Eric. Try everything from Zootopia. Try everything.
It's true.
And there is a reason why the cuisine
certain flavors
comes with that. You know what I mean? Like nothing drives me crazier than when there's like a signature dish and there's a sauce for the signature dish that probably makes the dish.
Right.
And you're like, can you not put the sauce on? Okay, well, the whole point of the dish is the sauce, so can you just trust us?
Is that insulting the chef?
It's just insulting the whole
especially if they don't like
menu.
it. You're like, you can't
tell me it wasn't good because you didn't eat it the way I prepared it.
I'd make you sign something. All right. You changed it. You cannot tell any of your friends about my restaurant if you changed the recipe.
But you can usually find something in a restaurant. I went to a steakhouse Saturday night, and
I know you did. People send us pictures.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is
out and about again.
You can find something on the menu. It does. I didn't eat steak. There's always something at a restaurant that you can get, and it doesn't involve eating chicken tenders.
Yeah, but if you're vegetarian, there's stuff out there now.
Of course.
Sometimes I prefer that part of the menu, even though I'm not technically like all the way. I'm not a vegetarian, but for some reason the vegetarian choices look so dang good that that's
like
what I want.
the mocktail menu.
Yes, like the mocktails have raised their game, y'all.
Like,
have y'all
put
noticed
some vodka
this?
in that one for me.
Restaurants have offered mocktails for like $9, and I'm looking at it like that sounds like it would be delicious with gin.
Yeah.
Can I have that?
Yeah.
I want that with gin, please. Or I don't know.
But then you're insulting the mixologist.
No, it's like,
no,
cool.
they're
Don't
happy
make that
to
for,
do it.
oh yeah, because they'll charge you $15 for it at
They get a
that
bigger
gin
tip,
shot.
They get more money.
I was trying to explain to my children how this works with alcohol. Like 1 ounce of, I don't know what brought this up. We were driving on Thursday. I don't know. I remember being in the car explaining to my daughter how one bottle of alcohol at the liquor store could be $25, but in a restaurant, one drink with 1 ounce of that alcohol is like $15. And this is how it's going to work when you're older and you're making your choices of what you want to spend your money on. This is why people go like cheap beer versus I was giving her the whole alcohol game.
Yeah, or you put airplane bottles in your pockets when you go to the club when you're young.
Oh man, I never did that. That's a great idea.
I've never done it in the club, but before,
hello.
yes. In the Uber, yes.
You got pre-party. You got a pre-party.
Wait, are you allowed to have mixed drinks in an Uber?
No, that's
No.
It's very
They don't
illegal.
want you.
container.
They don't want you drinking. No, I'm just saying, like, are you allowed to drink anything?
No,
in an
Ryan,
Uber?
I'm committing a crime. Sorry.
Okay, say it's not alcohol.
He's gonna knock you out.
Say it's not alcohol. If you get an Uber and you bring in like a Coke or something,
That's not an open
do they
container
get-
then.
Do they
That's
get mad
only
at you?
Reverting
It's up
to
the-
alcohol.
It's
you
up
spill
to
it,
the
they will.
driver.
If they
It's
want,
up to the driver,
food and drink in there. Which, by the way, on Friday when I was so excited to spend the weekend in Galveston, I was like, "Yes, let's go." I packed my car up, and we had half a bottle of Prosecco, which is basically Italian champagne.
Yeah.
That was in the fridge, and I said, "Well, this is not going to go wasted Mother's Day weekend." So I put one of those little popper things you can get from the liquor store to conserve a bottle of champagne.
With the little red,
Yes. And as we're driving with the kids, I feel like there's a jinx going around the studio with like cracked windshields. So I'm always very aware who I'm driving behind because I don't want to get a rock on my windshield. Oh, yeah. And we hear this pop. And I'm like, oh, my God, what was that? Oh, my God, did y'all see a rock anywhere? Oh, God, something on the windshield, right? And we were all like, what's the mystery? What's the mystery? What's the mystery? When we get to Galveston and I open the back of the car, that little thing popped right off. And it spilled the Prosecco in the bag.
Yeah,
I don't know why that happened.
So did you drink from the bag?
No, hell no, I did not.
Just hold the bag
I did
up
not
to your
drink
mouth.
from the bag.
Poke a hole in
it
the
wasn't
bottom?
enough of it that spilled. It wasn't the whole bottle.
It's like an alcohol bladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it because it was only like a $12 bottle of Prosecco. It wasn't that intense. You know what I mean? I don't know how expensive that stuff gets. But anyway. All right. If you guys want to know when to play the secret sound, go to krbe.com. Or just text the word secret to 37530. When it gets really tense and the jackpot builds from Shell Federal Credit Union, we send out a clue. When we did that on Thursday into Friday, there was like a frenzy to be caller 104 to get that answer.
That was crazy.
Because it was $2,080 that ultimately ended up going out to our winner that Sam got after our show. We are at a new sound. We had the first chance today. The jackpot was $104. It did not get guessed correctly. So now
We
it's
don't know what the guess
$208. Not really sure what the guess was.
We're trying to figure it out.
Drone?
Still.
I don't think she said drone.
Oh, my
I thought she said drone, but then some people are saying drawer.
Well,
with the accent.
it's not a drone or a drawer.
I want to be polite about it, but when I give you the chance to be on the air to guess this, just have your stuff in order.
Have a guess.
That's right. Just have it in order.
We asked her and she's like,
I know it sucks for you because you count to 104.
I count to 104.
And when you
I'm
get there, you're like, please be
good.
Yeah, there's now Ahmad knows a pain that very few people in this world know, but if you've worked with our show, you know it. There are interns who are full-grown adults with children now who still have anxiety over the call they put through to us.
Oh, my gosh.
Where the call was nothing like what they were told over there.
the bait and switch.
Totally. It's like, what are you talking about?
The jackpot was so high, like I would put someone on and I'd be pacing in the studio like, please be good. Please tell me you're guessing this correctly.
because you want the best.
Yeah.
You want everyone to be happy. Nothing worse than you win and you're not happy.
Or you're
Remember that lady
confused.
we had, the one on like $15,000 or something?
$25,000.
Oh, thanks.
She had to come in for a redo.
Yeah, but I have to pay taxes.
She was so
my
shocked.
gosh.
I mean, there's nothing worse than that, Ahmad. We were
That's
so excited.
Because
to give that
everybody
away.
listening is like, you ungrateful.
$25,000 check. And she's like, thank you. And we're like, wow. There's a Kristen Wiig SNL skit about this where the person is not excited enough to win the money at their doorstep when the check comes that she's like, yes,
Trying to
you
get
won this. And they're like, okay, great. That's great. You won $10,000.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's sure. Thanks for coming over. And like, you have to have the excitement for them. We've had many of those bamboozle moments. When Miley Cyrus was at the height of Hannah Montana, the girl that called in to be caller 104 was just randomly calling our station that day.
Oh, that kills me.
We went live to
was
the
not calling
phones.
for the contest.
No pre-screen, like, hey, hang on the line. Let's make sure your phone works. It was a live-ass call, Ahmad, and that girl didn't even know what she was calling for. And then when Ryan said, oh, my God, people are selling these tickets for like $2,000 for the rodeo, she goes, oh, okay, I'm going to put mine online, too, then.
Like, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Double punch in the throat.
That
All the
is the
fans were
worst.
so
Double
mad.
punch. The Cheetah Girls was another big one.
RBD.
Oh, my God. This is crazy. The things that we've had that were massive moments that now they're like, who?
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Their
What happened to
15
the Cheetah
minutes is
Girls?
long
Where are
over.
they? And we still got
What
Miley.
about the
though.
Cheetah Girls? Wow.
I
The
love
Cheetah
the Cheetah Girls.
That was major too. We had
I
tickets
loved
for the
it.
rodeo for the Cheetah Girls. They
I
like
know
blew up
you're
our
gay.
phones.
I was like, that was one of those things. I was like, Mom, you were really surprised. I watched the Cheetah Girls every time it was on TV.
That's funny. All right, y'all. Y'all hang out for the secret sound. We'll be back Tuesday morning at 6 o'clock on 104.1 KRBE, The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Bye.